Welcome to TMZ Live. Diddy is making fast friends behind bars, hugging inmates, doing all sorts of things that you wouldn't think somebody who is just acclimating would be doing at this point.
And also wouldn't be documenting every single hug and hangout in prison. But there are a bunch of images, photos, and videos online today.
With TMZ watermarks, I might add.
Right. So clearly, you would think that these images are real. Well, that's what someone wants you to think. Sorry. Even though they have TMZ watermarks on it, and we'll get into why that was done, but these are not real. These are images. This video is wild. That was created using AI. And I think what has happened here is, you know that over the last few weeks, we have obtained several real photos and videos of Diddy. And now that people have seen what his face, because remember, during the trial, there were no cameras in court.
Just sketches.
Just sketches. So now people have seen what he really looks like now. He has gray hair and this gray beard. And they've taken that image and they're using AI to create all sorts of scenarios.
So one of the clues that I think should be the giveaway is look at the picture where the guy is holding the camera, doing a selfie. Just check out this picture. That's something inmates should not do. So why do you suppose this so-called inmate would be showing his face as he's shooting Diddy behind him?
Saying, hey, warden.
Hey, warden, put me in solitary now, because it should be a giveaway.
Yeah.
So one of the things we are advising people in a very clever marketing ploy is to check TMZ whenever you see a picture like that, because if it says TMZ on it, but it's not on our website, it's not TMZ. And so
go to TMZ.com, and if you don't see that image on our site, it's probably fake.
And by the way, I'll go on, Eric.
One of the things that's not helping the case is that these images are being obviously posted on X, and Grok is saying on X that these are real from TMZ. So even Grok thinks it's a real TMZ story. So
these images, the ones, the AI ones, are so clear.
Yeah.
The photos and
that doesn't
the video.
mean that doesn't mean somebody couldn't get an I-17 in behind bars. Well, sure it doesn't. So go to the website, and while you're there, we have this fabulous TMZ After Dark tour and TMZ Brunch Bus.
Anything else you want to sell?
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
While we're at it, by the way,
they're fabulous.
we have,
we're going to talk about it later.
TMZ's most outrageous moments of 2025.
Oh, we do?
That's special airing on Fox.
Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Anything else we want to sell?
By the way, Diddy is on the most outrageous.
He is there. We're not going to tell you where he is on the list.
There's we talk baby oil, folks.
Mark, Los Angeles. With AI around, you have to question everything. I mean, is Diddy having that much fun in Fort Dix? I mean, it appears that he has found some kind of peace, but not that much peace. Or maybe one day, he'll laugh about this. Or maybe we'll see more cars blow up. I don't know.
I got to tell you, it's just such a, you look into the future and you wonder, how are people going to discern truth from fiction?
It does become, every single image you look at means that we were joking about this, but you do need to sort of research. This one is easy. Like we just told you, there's an easy way to cross-check this.
But there are other things
that
I don't know how you find out. I don't know how you find out.
Kim Kardashian has a brain problem, a very serious one. You would think, based on what she has revealed about a visit with a doctor that was checking out her brain. You remember that a few weeks ago on their show, she revealed that she had an aneurysm.
She had a brain aneurysm.
A brain aneurysm. It didn't burst, but that she had this aneurysm. So I guess because of that, she goes to the doctor, they do a brain scan, and this is what the brain scan revealed. It might, just maybe, have something to do with her not passing the bar.
What are those holes?
Yeah, I don't like that. So what the holes mean is low activity. with your frontal lobes as they work now, it would be harder to manage stress. And that's not good for you, especially as you're studying and you're getting ready to take the boards.
That just can't be. It just can't. Not accepting.
For whatever reason, you're not getting, and it could be the chronic stress that you've been under trying to think about taking the boards in a couple of months and studying 10 hours a day, not to mention all the other things that go on in your life.
Yeah.
But we have to make it better.
I got to get on a plan to really figure this out because I have some to do this summer.
So she has now come up with 3 reasons why she may have flunked the bar. AI gave her bad test results when she was practicing, divorce with Kanye, and now the low brain activity. And look, I mean, it may well be that there is low brain activity because of the aneurysm, but there are certain things. Why do you want to share that? Because that then bleeds, if you'll excuse the expression,
the timing
it
seems
bleeds
perfect, right?
into
The
other
timing is
areas of her life.
That's right. And the doctor is saying the problem for Kim here is the more studying you do to prepare for the bar,
The more
the more stress you have and the lower your brain activity. It's such an excuse because it's perfect. It can look like I'm taking this very seriously. I've got all these notes, but the more I study, the lower my brain can process and pass the bar. So
See,
this is the ultimate excuse because AI, you can stop looking at
the
AI.
timing seems way too perfect that the week after she gets the test results.
But this was in the can long ago.
Right, obviously this was shot before.
This is before the bar exam was taken,
Of course,
yes.
this is before. But right after she finds out she didn't pass, now this episode is airing. I'm sorry, it just seems...
That's right, and now she has a physiological problem with passing the bar that is basically insurmountable because you got to study and you got to stress over it to pass.
So would they have re-edited this episode if she passed the bar?
No, because then it's the ultimate flex. Then I have low brain activity
And
and
I still
lawyers.
passed.
Exactly.
And then
all
I
these
still
guys who
passed.
say it's hard, you could do it without any frontal lobe activity, which is incredible.
So
All these guys, you're talking about yourself.
But the good news is her brain stem and her other areas of her brain that control breathing and motor activity, those seem to be active. She's just missing the thinking part, which is the big part
missing the thinking part.
She's missing the thinking part. That's what the frontal
It's
lobe
not
is.
missing means it's gone.
Hey, it looked pretty off.
It's not
Certainly the
gone.
doctor made it sound like
By
there
the
was
way,
some holes in
she
there.
said, and I did not know this, but when you fail the bar exam, I didn't know you actually get your score. And so she said she was close to passing.
She did. You
By the way,
do get those results, but
We got your flex there. We got your flex. You're like,
Well, no, I don't.
I didn't
we
know
don't-
this.
we
but
don't get to know
apparently
that.
when you
Well,
fail.
no. I don't know that even back when we took it, you got the results, because I never heard
But
that.
I know when you pass, they just tell you you passed. They don't tell you you aced it or anything like that.
Yeah,
although,
we don't
Harvey,
understand
we know.
what happens
we know.
when you
know
fail.
what I mean?
Well, I can't help that we're smart. I mean, don't
Listen,
hate us
We
for
should
it.
do a brain scan on YouTube.
These brains are turned on.
Hey, it's Elise from New York, and Kim's right. This can't be. These excuses about Kim K's low brain activity from studying for the bar are giving me a headache. Thousands of people take the bar every year, single moms, people working 2-3 jobs, people with real stress. Exhausted? Yeah, but none of them claim their brain shuts down. Come on, Kim. The bar is hard, but let's not act like it melts our brain.
By the way, we have now heard 3 reasons. That doesn't mean we're limited to 3. No. There might be a 4th coming
the
up
whole
next
season's
week.
going to be every week. There's
We have
roll out another one.
No idea whether there's another reason.
Look, the excuse-producing part of the brain is on for Kim, okay? That one is
I don't know
fired
why,
up.
I don't know why she's doing this. There's no.
What do you mean?
No, there is no shame in it. She didn't go to law school. She didn't go to college. She
Right.
took the baby bar. She took an apprenticeship. Did it while she was managing a business, a family, a divorce.
With all the best tutors you
and
can
with
have
an
and money
aneurysm.
can buy
So what?
and
You
no
sound
real
like you're-
job.
And she almost passed.
Well,
I mean,
according to her.
that itself is a flex.
Yeah,
What do you mean
and the baby
almost
bar
passed?
4
She
times.
almost passed.
Yes, the baby bar 4 times a charm.
No,
so we'll
she
see.
almost passed the bar exam. If you believe her, that she came very close.
Coming up.
Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson, her estranged husband, may be setting an example, a good example for exes. This was a big holiday weekend. Usually families get together. That can be a little tricky when you're in their situation. Were they able to do it successfully, peacefully?
Be right back.
Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson, her estranged husband, maybe setting an example, a good example for exes. Because we got Jessica Simpson out over the weekend. Obviously, this was a big holiday weekend. Usually families get together. That can be a little tricky when you're in their situation, except for the fact that they do have kids, and so there's a reason for them to get together. Were they able to do it successfully, peacefully, most importantly? Here's what Jessica said.
How are you spending the holidays?
Me?
Yeah, I know it's a hard time for you. You know, you're going through the thing with Eric.
There yesterday over at my mom's. We always go.
Oh wow,
to my mom's,
Eric
so.
too?
Of course.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
nice.
It's my kid's father.
You know, keeping it
Family first.
family first. Good for you. What's your advice to couples going through kind of what you're going through a divorce, going through a breakup during the holidays? What advice would you give to
No matter
them?
what, your kid is half the other person, and always have respect in what you say around them, so they can always have a good perspective on it. And unconditional love's important.
That's the smartest single comment I've ever heard from anybody going through a divorce. That and you could tell.
I mean, that's pretty standard therapy.
You,
that sounds like something that maybe she didn't, but therapists would tell you that.
You can tell that this wasn't a forced, oh, this is what I should say. It was very natural, and the whole notion that you have to dislike the person you're divorcing, which is such a common thing, as opposed to saying, didn't work out, maybe not in love anymore, maybe in love, but we don't get along, but there was a reason we got together in the first place. I think it's such an evolved way of looking at things.
But if you want to take what Jessica actually said, my next question would be, if you didn't have kids together, would you still have that same feeling? Because it sounds like I know what you're saying, and that's also true, but what she's saying sounds like it's based more upon the fact that they have kids together.
You're right, but I mean, that's her experience. I don't know what she would say if they didn't, but the fact that we have seen so many divorces, I mean, look at Kim and Kroy, and they have kids, and it doesn't matter. It's all out war. So the fact, I agree with you, I don't know how she would feel if they didn't, but the fact that
they did should be applauded.
I feel like it's a little too close for comfort. I mean, look, we have seen them out together. We know that they've
been on vacation together.
They've been on vacation. But when you're going to Jessica's family's Thanksgiving, I mean, you're trying to have separate lives. You know, obviously they announced their separation earlier this year. How do you have conversations with your ex's family at the Thanksgiving dinner when you're trying to move on?
Do you remember that just a couple of months ago, they both went to Las Vegas to watch Ashley Simpson perform?
Yeah, and that I also thought was a little too close.
But he's fine with it.
It's also easier because neither of them has publicly, at least that we know of, been dating someone else.
But then if he starts dating someone else, these are coming to an end.
Right.
No,
well,
why is that?
Maybe not coming to an end, but I think then that family dinner gets a little more complicated, right?
Yeah.
So on Thanksgiving, is he not going to be with the new person at all, or is the new person coming with him?
Ooh.
And they're all sitting at Jessica's family's house?
There are plenty of examples where two people, I mean, look at Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin. They both found new people, and they still interact, and they're totally fine.
You remember the phrase?
A conscious uncoupling?
Yep.
Yeah. But there are, and I know personally, I know people where they've divorced, they've each remarried, and they're all kind of family, especially when they have kids.
Do you think there's any possible way, though, that they're spending all this time together, maybe that spark gets reignited?
No, I mean, it doesn't have to. And if it does, it does. But just because they're not in love anymore or they can't be married anymore doesn't mean they have to separate completely. They still have things in common, especially with kids. And I've seen this, and it's just you don't have to declare all-out war. You don't. And, I mean, we've seen how many cases. I mean, are Brad and Angelina still married?
Still
because I think they are kind of still married. They're not divorced.
No, I think they are divorced, but they're going in the legal.
I'm talking divorced in their heads.
Oh, yes. I think they both know they're divorced in their heads.
No, in their heads, they're entangled.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I think Jessica and Eric coming together for Thanksgiving is a really nice glimpse into how they're co-parenting. And I think this blended family is definitely the new way of life when it comes to people and families who have gotten divorced. As a longtime fan of Jessica, it's super sad to see them part ways. But it's obviously nice just for them to be happy and for their kids to be happy.
Porsha Williams is moving on. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star chose the holiday weekend to reveal to the world she has a new relationship with a woman, which she had sort of hinted was a possibility recently when she said that there were two people she was talking to, one a man, one a woman, and it's almost like she was doing just building up to a sweepstakes to see who wins.
It's kind of a smorgasbord here.
Well, the woman won because she posted a bunch of photos, some videos also with her new girlfriend.
So there's actually a phenomenon in the lesbian community about this, which is kind of latent life lesbians.
It's basically when women get late, they're older in life, they've lived a life. Portia's 44 years old, she's been married twice. They come to this realization that, you know what, to men, she's been married to men. They come to this realization that, you know what, I want to live whatever, I want to live how I want to live. I want to do what I want to do. And then they go and then they go experiment, and then they go experiment with women.
But wait a minute, is it that they're done with men? That's really the point.
No, because like Charles said, Porsha said she was dating someone else that was a man and a woman. However, the relationship just took off more with the woman whose name is Sway. It was Sway's birthday.
Hey, Nana, can you come over here real quick?
You want, Harvey, this is literally, Porsha is a prime example.
Are you calling witnesses?
She's a prime example.
No, hold on.
Take the stand.
Yeah, what's up?
When women later in life, become lesbians after they're with men, is it because they want to experiment or they're done with men?
It's because they've suffered enough. They're finally like, okay, I'm not going back.
Harvey, if you call Porsha Williams right now, and when Sway goes, she's doing it. She's doing it. She's literally doing it. That has always been gay. She's always been gay.
But guys, I'm thinking of like the Real Housewives. How many Real Housewives can you name that have gone lesbian after?
So Harvey, is that Kyle Richards? Never.
My name is Deshna Houston. I'm from Houston, Texas. This is so surprising to me, not because of Porsha being with a woman, but her being with a woman publicly. If you followed Porsha, then you know that she is a type of woman that's super clean cut, the woman you would take home, that nice housewife with a little bit of relatable raunchiness. So to see her being with a woman is so shocking because she is bending the rules. I truly hope that Porsha has finally found happiness and that this is the one.
Any other witnesses you want to call?
I rest my case.
Coming up. A lifestyle influencer decided to share the fact that she was going to propose to her boyfriend of 14 years.
There are people who are saying he can't be that into her if he won't pop the question.
I think that Estella got the last laugh here because she did pop the question and she is joining us now to talk about how it went down.
Be right back. TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
BB Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too.
Did you just say look at the water? I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at. Who doesn't love a love story, right?
Us.
Even well, apparently there are some people on the internet who are not as thrilled as you would expect about a proposal that went down. A lifestyle influencer named Estella, she's on TikTok, and decided to share with her followers the fact that she was going to propose to her boyfriend of 14 years. They've been together 14 years. They have 2 kids together.
But he didn't pop the question, so she did.
She decided to. Here's a little bit of, Estella's going to be with us, but this is what she shared with her followers before the proposal.
It's the end of the day. I'm getting ready to go in the shower, and it's finally hitting me that I'm proposing tomorrow to my boyfriend. I really want to get married. We've been together for 14 years already. He hasn't proposed. I know he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. He says it all the time. And we're in love, even after this long. So why not?
Well, why not?
Why not?
There are people online who are saying the knot is that he can't be that into her if he won't pop the question. That's the way she's kind of getting dragged right now.
Well, I think that Estella got the last laugh here because she did pop the question, and she is joining us now to talk about how it went down and this reaction that she's gotten online. Estella, welcome to TMZ Live.
Thank you.
Okay, so we know he said yes. Now, the question...
Congratulations, we should say.
Yes.
Thank you.
So the question, he wasn't the one to pull the trigger on this. You had to do it, and you had to do it after a long, long time. So the question is, did he say yes reluctantly? What was the change of heart? That's what people are asking online.
He said yes right away. He wasn't reluctant about it. We've spoken about marriage before, but it's recent. We've been together for 14 years, and I used to tell him all the time, I don't want to get married. I am just not interested. But after we had our second baby in 2020, I really had that urge to let's just make it official. We need to get married. So since 2020, we've been talking about it, and I was like, you know what? It's been 5 years since then. If he's not going to do it, I'm just going to do it. So I did it.
So you did it. So you've seen, I'm sure, I've seen two different reactions. There are some people who feel like you shouldn't ask because you're the woman and the man should ask that. That's maybe an old gender trope. But the other reaction is sort of like, come on, Estella, like for 14 years, maybe, obviously you guys are together and he wants to be with you clearly and you have 2 kids, but maybe he's just doesn't want to be married. And now you've asked him, and a lot of people think that, yes, he said yes, but he did it because he was kind of backed into a corner.
And I can see their point of view, but I just feel like our relationship has never really been traditional. So I don't mind taking the next step in our relationship that I feel is necessary.
It's interesting. So you say that you weren't into marriage, and apparently he wasn't either until you had the second kid. I'm counting 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025.
I mean, it's pretty easy math, Harvey. 2020
so I'm coming up with 5 years where he's not asking you, and you've had this change of heart, but maybe he hasn't. And is it possible that you kind of upset the apple cart because things were going along just fine, and now he's taking that step that he may not want to make, even if he loves you and wants to spend the rest of his life with you?
Yeah, I do feel like that, but honestly, I only feel that way when I'm reading the comments online. It's mostly just the internet that has me feeling like he could possibly really not want to marry me, and that's why he just never did it.
When did you actually pop the question?
Last Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay, so how has he been since then, and does he read any of those comments that you said make you feel uncomfortable? Does he read them also?
He does. He's actually very supportive, and he's always just asked me if I'm okay, how I'm doing. He says he doesn't care what people are saying because there's no truth to it. And he's just goes along with anything that I want to do, and he's really supportive. Sometimes he's been telling me every day, you know, are you okay? You should just delete that stuff. You're getting so much hate. And I'm like, no, like, I think people should see these kinds of relationships too. I think it's important because we've been together for 14 years. Yes, not married, but in my eyes, my relationship is still very successful. And I think the main reason why he hasn't proposed to me, and he tells me this constantly, is because we're currently living at his parents' house. And he says that he wants to move us out of there, have our own home, more financial stability, and then we can get married because he wants to give me the wedding I deserve, the proposal I deserve, and all of that.
So you're living at the parents' house right now, and and things have been going along just fine, and you weren't into marriage, and your relationship is stable. So I want to kind of get back to this because you didn't really answer it, that everything's kind of moving along the way it should. You're obviously trying to build a life where you can move out. What do you need that piece of paper for, that certificate, if you guys were just fine before?
If I could be honest, if we want to get down and deep, I want to have the same last name as my 2 sons.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I want us all to be, that the family. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I've heard
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
That's legit.
Yeah.
So when is the wedding gonna be?
I'm shooting for January because
Whoa.
I really
You
want
said
a
I'm
winter
shooting for
wedding.
January, Estelle.
Yes.
What
So we've
about
been
Luis?
talking and planning. He says whenever I want. He's ready to go down to the courthouse. He said tomorrow. But I told him, let's plan it. I want to put in a little bit of time and effort into this because I still want it to be special. I'm fine with the courthouse wedding, but I still, want to take my time in planning something nice.
Okay. Well, the best to you. We'll throw some rice whenever it happens.
And by the
Okay,
way,
thank you
we're
so
a big
much.
fan of the courthouse wedding. Don't blow your
Oh,
money
yeah.
on some big party.
Totally.
Save your
I
money.
agree.
Save your money
yeah.
for that house. Move out
Yes,
from
exactly.
the in-laws.
Exactly.
Really good
luck,
talking to you.
Stella.
Good luck.
To you and
Good
Luis.
talking to you too. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Coming up.
Ariana Grande I think she's borrowing the phrase, bless their hearts. In a very kind way, she's addressing in a kind way something that she's very clearly upset about.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Ariana Grande I think she is borrowing the phrase, bless their hearts. In a very kind way, she's addressing in a kind way something that she's very clearly upset about. A lot of comments recently about, and remember, she's been on this publicity tour around the world for Wicked for Good, and there have been, at every stop, comments made about people feel that she's too skinny.
Yeah.
And they're wondering, is she okay? Is what's going on with her? Well, she finally addressed it with what sounded like very kind words. It's a video from a while ago where she made a comment about this. She said, I'm resharing this just to let people know how I feel. This is what she posted.
I think in today's society, there's a comfortability that we shouldn't have at all. Commenting on others' looks, appearance, what they think is going on behind the scenes, or health, or how they present themselves, from what you're wearing to your body, to your face, to your everything. There's a comfortability that people have commenting on that I think is really dangerous. And I think it's dangerous for all parties involved. But I do know what the pressure of that noise feels like. It's been a resident in my life since I was 17. And I just don't invite it in anymore. It's not welcome.
So I want to make a point that may piss people off, and maybe her, but with Instagram and social media generally, of which she is a big part, that you are inviting people on social media to comment on the way people look, and in many cases, you're looking for compliments. I'm not saying her, but that's the drill on social. The second thing I want to say is sometimes people are not commenting to be snarky. They're doing it out of real concern. And I'll give you a really good example that I remember really well, which is Karen Carpenter. And that there was something really alarming going on with her, and as it turns out, it killed her. I mean, people can talk about that without being snarky or judgmental.
Different sort of example, Anna Nicole Smith. That there were signs, people were like, what's going on with her? And as it turns out.
If Ariana is going through something, it's not our place to tell her, you owe us to tell us if you're going through an eating disorder, if you're going through trauma in your life,
and
this
I get
is why
that,
you're skinny.
but I also,
it's not.
But to Harvey's point, you don't have to be angry that people are concerned about you.
No, she's not. I still don't think that it's our place to, one way or the other, oh, you're too fat, you're too skinny, this or that. I don't think it's anyone's business to, because we don't know. That's the end of the day. We don't know what she's going through.
When the job you are doing is in show business, and you are going to put yourself out there intentionally to sell whatever it is that you are, whatever art you've created, you can't be shocked when people make comments.
I don't think she is. I think she's
you.
used to it.
No, but she's saying, just lay off.
She's saying there's no place for that. She's saying there's no place for that where people comment about. The reality is, go back when you were a kid. People made comments about people who were in the public eye. The difference is now that they can post it and everyone can see it.
Exactly.
But people were always making comments about the
and
appearance
she knows that.
of
But
people who are in show business.
The big thing is people are comparing her to, first of all, they're like, well, remember
She looks really thin.
Sure. But that's not, keep it to yourself.
She may be healthy.
It's
She
not,
may
she
be
may be healthy. Because
healthy.
what she says, the body that you are comparing me to was this like 2018 body of, the jump between 2018 to 2025. Women specifically, bodies fluctuate. Some people are, oh, you look so much healthier because you've gained a little weight. That might be healthier for somebody. Or you look so much healthier because you lost a little weight.
Yeah,
and
but
it's different for everybody.
This whole body positivity
No,
thing.
and she said, body positivity is not a bad thing. What?
Well, no, body positivity can be, positivity.
Depending on which way you're going with it, he thinks it is a bad thing.
Positivity can be a bad thing
Depending on what your
if it
body looks
becomes
like.
unhealthy and you try to
But
justify
unhealthy,
it.
do you mean fat or skinny?
Both.
Okay, so they should be perfectly in the middle.
Not perfectly in the middle, but not
whatever is good for you
not
guys.
in an extreme where there are health problems associated with it.
Hi, I'm Tiffany from Atlanta, Georgia. I agree completely with what you guys are saying. At the end of the day, Ariana Grande, she is a celebrity and, there's a lot of eyes on her. But also at the end of the day, she is human just like us and she has real feelings. So her and her peers, they're just like everybody else and they have feelings just like us.
Okay, you're going to be really excited about this. Do you know what the NFL and the TMZ After Dark tour have in common this weekend? What they have in
Dougie.
common this weekend?
The Dougie.
Exactly.
Yes.
You probably didn't see this clip, but the 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy, scored a touchdown.
Why do you think I didn't see the clip?
Because
why
you didn't.
do you think I didn't?
Because you didn't.
No, but why do you
Because you
think that?
didn't.
How do you know that?
Because you don't watch NFL highlights the way I do.
I was talking about Ole Miss today, so I do know.
That's college football.
I know it is.
It's college football.
I know it
It's
is.
a totally different
but why
thing.
was it that you didn't think I knew?
TMZ After Dark tour, where
It was awesome. So we had
author.
It just
of
was crazy
the Dougie.
fun. Crazy fun in the bus.
It was a giant throwback party. We had the man behind the hit. This was the theme, hits. So teach me how to Dougie. OFB
Cali Swag
Young from
District.
Cali Swag
Yeah.
District took over. He was awesome. He had an
And those are people. Those
I
are
wanna
people
see if
from the bus.
Are they actually learning it?
Yeah.
Totally.
He was teaching people how to
Harvey, you should
Dougie.
Dougie right now.
I'm not going to Dougie right
Harvey,
now.
you should Dougie right now.
No?
But people
It's
in the,
copyright.
so people in the bus were doing that. They went to bars along the way, got free shots.
Yes, they went to the best bars in town. Some of them including Powerhouse, which is a cool dive bar on Hollywood Boulevard.
That's Saddle Ranch right there, where
We
they rode the
love
bull.
Saddle Ranch. Everyone gets to ride the bull if they want to. Everyone gets a free shot at each bar.
And the other bar was?
Beaches WeHo, which is like, honestly, you walk in and it's like a rave. I've said it before. It's so fun. And they're just like pouring these delicious looking shots.
Now, while you're on the bus, though, you get Monster.
Oh yeah, and the whole thing was fueled by Monster Energy, and you could head to monsterenergy.com to learn more. So actually, the Monster Energy bus was the Fanatics. So do you guys know the song Don't Drop That Thun Thun Thun?
Yeah.
So that's the man behind that song.
Go ahead, Harvey. Tell us how you know all about that song.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And then we had the brunch bus on Sunday.
Oh, yes. Hosted by TV personality Isaiah J. And he was an amazing host. He brought the vibes. Everyone was having such a good time. And our brunch bus is kind of popping, so popping that we're adding another brunch bus
Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yep.
With
two brunch buses?
Two brunch
Two
buses.
brunch buses.
It's the best party in town.
We also had Calypso.
And the best bargain in town.
Best bargain in
Hands
town.
down.
Calypso, even like, there's a picture of him hopping on the bus, which is an epic photo moment.
Not
which,
while it's.
Don't
not
worry.
while it's
Don't
moving.
worry. It was stationary. It was parked. It was
I
parked.
think.
All right,
It was
guys.
parked, Charlie.
It was stationary.
You can get on the bus. Maybe Harvey will show up and talk to you about NFL
Dougie.
highlights, because apparently he
And Dougie.
knows all about
And
it.
apparently Charles doesn't think people like me know.
People like you, as in you.
I would like to see Harvey Dougie. Have you ever
Yes.
Dougied?
Oh, we're out.
Coming up.
Britney Spears posting videos of herself dancing with cryptic captions is nothing new.
Britney Spears lives alone. The kids, we're told, not around much at all. She doesn't have friends really, and she is suffering.
Be right back.
Britney Spears posting videos of herself dancing with cryptic captions is nothing new. And usually when she does it, it is very cryptic and you go like, what is she even talking about? This one, I think, is a little bit clearer. And I think, to me, when I read it, it's a reference to, we know how upset she was about Kevin Federline's book and some of the things that he said in that. And anyway, this is what I think she's referring to. The dancing, I still can't explain. Sometimes, through suffering and ugliness and sacrifice, extremely rare and beautiful things can be manifested and shared that can touch another person so they understand they are not alone. Reflecting is good for the soul. When hard things happen, good things come from it. Sadness and darkness survive to make an understanding of losing someone and of the hurt and pain.
Look, she is isolated. Britney Spears lives alone, and alone not just as in no mate. The kids, we're told, not around much at all. She doesn't have friends really, and she is suffering. Remember, she has a mental illness, and that's something in this whole Free Britney movement nobody considered. So the question, is she better off today? And there are a lot of people in that orbit who are saying no. And I just think I feel terrible for her, and it's not her fault, but boy, the people who engineered what is happening now, I think should do some soul searching.
Whatever it is that she meant by it, she decided to withdraw that because she deleted that entire caption.
Which she often does.
And replaced it with something more trivial. I felt pretty in that bathing suit. Psst, gotta find those Mary Jane shoes.
I thought, though, the quote could be about so many different things in her life.
She's been through, yeah.
But it's a really profound and beautiful quote.
Slow down about profound.
Well, it does make more sense.
There are parts of it that definitely were.
I got to tell you, I just feel so bad for her.
Me too.
Hi, this is Mackenzie in Newtown. I think the whole world basically feels the same type of way about Britney Spears, which is that, we love her and we're scared for her. I think it's interesting that you said this is a really profound caption because, to be honest, I read it and I had no idea what it said. I can't tell, if I'm having comprehension issues or if she's just all over the place. But she's, like you said, lived such a bizarre and unconventional life. And then on top of that has been put through so much trauma. So it's really sad to see her hurt, and then she covers it up and changes the caption. And then you just feel even worse.
By the way, were you part of the Free Britney movement?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think she's better off without getting the help of a conservator? Not Jamie, but a conservator.
On a personal note, she deserves her freedom. But from a personal finance perspective and controlling her own life, maybe it's dangerous that she isn't, but I think she deserves her freedom.
Coming up. Diane Keaton, rest in peace, is one of the best architects ever in celebritydom. She had a track record of building the most beautiful houses and restoring them in LA, all over the place. So the house she died in is up for sale, and they lowered the price, but you just got to take a look at this house. Be right back. We are going to count down the 10 most outrageous stories of the year.
I'm not incapacitated.
Over 10 million page views.
Amazing. This wedding costs between $20 and $50 million. Crazy. The biggest case since O.J. Simpson.
Don't you say that. I know the two words you're going to say.
Baby oil.
TMZ's most outrageous moments of 2025. Tuesday at 9, 8 Central.
It's outrageous.
On Fox.
Diane Keaton, rest in peace, is one of the best architects ever in celebritydom. She had a track record of building the most beautiful houses and restoring them in LA, all over the place, but she is incomparable. So the house she died in is up for sale, has been actually, and they lowered the price, but you just got to take a look at this house. It is so gorgeous, and this is all
Huge.
her.
9,000 square feet.
It's just beautiful.
And she designed this. And in fact, I did not know this about Diane Keaton. She loved the story of the Three Little Pigs, and that sort of inspired her in designing the house. You saw that the facade there with all the brick.
God, is that pretty?
I think they said 18,000 bricks that they brought in from Chicago. It is now listed at $27,900.
She's amazing.
Someone's going to be very lucky.
Mitchell from Long Island. Listen, when I first heard the house was $28.9 million, I said, I'll wait it out. And now that they slashed $1.4 million off, I'm ready to put a bid in. I'm ready to put an offer in on the home. I mean, the home is absolutely gorgeous. But
I don't want to shade you at all, but if you're really serious about buying it, I wouldn't do it with a Gap sweatshirt.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, if you got $28 million,
you are so elitist. Wow. My apologies, sir. Your sweatshirt is wonderful.
What else are you guys going to talk about?
Hi, I'm John from The Hague, and I wanted to talk about Diddy. You know what? Yeah, please don't make fun of my sweatshirt. You know what? These AI companies have promised us the moon. They're telling us they're going to do these amazing things, and the best they can come up with are these fake AI Diddy videos, and they're boring videos. They could have at least put a bottle of baby oil in the background or something.
No, there is in one of the photos.
It was
one of the
there.
photos,
Go
there's
back
baby
to the
oil.
photos.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
One more.
Hi, I'm Nikki from Nashville, and I'm not surprised that Kim has recently come out in the Kardashians showing that she is super, super stressed and there's holes in her brain. Stress is a real health issue. She may have to kind of take a step back and not take the bar for a while, or maybe just help people with her celebrity and maybe focus on her other businesses, her kids, just her other things going on. So she doesn't keep getting holes in her
Whatever
brain.
happened to the dog ate my homework? That was just a go-to.
It's a lot easier than going to a neurologist and getting brain scans done.
It's true.
Coming up.
I hate to say this, but I think there's very good reason to be concerned about DJ Khaled's cholesterol level. First, there's this freezer, okay? The only thing in this freezer is just for ice cream. I love ice cream, but
how many kids does he have?
Not that many. 2?
Be right back.
I hate to say this, but I think there's very good reason to be concerned about DJ Khaled's cholesterol level. He showed a couple of videos this weekend that were... First, there's this freezer, okay? He has an entire... The only thing in this freezer, and maybe he has another one somewhere else in the house, but this one is just for ice cream.
Oh, my God.
Every single ice cream, every brand. He's not particular to one.
How many kids does he have?
Not that many.
2?
And I don't think that's for the kids. So there's the ice cream freezer, and then there's this meal that he had when he went out somewhere.
Oh, crap.
With the most gigantic king crab. Khaled,
Holy smokes.
We want there to be another one.
Ariana said we're not supposed to do this.
Oh. Well, we're not talking about his body. When you talk about cholesterol, that's not his body. That's...
Yes, his body.
I know, but we're not commenting on his body.
His
we're not
crab,
saying...
his choice. We'll see you tomorrow.